folks, with ever-changing algorithms pushing content at our kids, parents are seeing their children's mental health suffer in some cases. Some are questioning whether children should be on social media at all. And if so, what age should they start? Where should they be playing? What spaces are safe, if any? We've got Associate Clinical Psychologist Kamala McWhinney here to talk this through with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Beautiful. You look lovely.
Lord, thank you.
This question is a question, I want to say it's age old, but social media is, I guess, recent enough for it to be. But since the invention of social media, it's been a topic, and importantly so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially with the pandemic, it became a hot topic. And I think I want to start off our conversation, Simone, by saying it's a balancing act in progress for many parents. I think you would agree. And I think we just have to focus on some of the major points.
Yeah. Well, some of the parents themselves don't know how to manage social media, much as the poor little children's them. My child is not on any of them. I don't know Insta, no Twitter.
An intentional decision.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. Because I've seen what people do in the space. When I jump on TikTok, I see what comes at me. But I can maneuver. I've seen what people say about me, but I can manage. I don't think our kids are equipped just yet to deal with that. What are the potential dangers?
So there's so many, but I want to start off with the positives, if that's okay.
Okay, that's fine.
So technology use in general can offer our children a lot of good things. So one of those things is digital literacy. I mean, it's 2023, everything is going digital. So that's a good thing, yeah? Then it also teaches children a lot of creative thinking. And the fact of the matter is, for a lot of parents when they go home, Simone, there's so little time to engage children. So technology can also be a meaningful teacher, exposing them to new concepts, even increasing their vocabularies in many instances, and a lot of social and cultural, differences. The important thing is that the children have a guide and that they have age-appropriate access to technology. So that's it. Not easy.
If the parents do not know how to turn on this filter and turn off this guidelines and turn on this, so the children are with the devices, the parents are in another room or sometimes in the same room. And the children are looking at things that are not... like
for their age.
My daughter talk about the things her friends are looking at, I'm like, oh my God.
And Simone, despite our best intentions, we can give them a tablet or have them go on YouTube, but it's hard to control what is filtering to them. It takes constant work. And so if we are impressionable in our big ages, right, realistically...
Big age? We're talking about... is what you're talking... I own it, yes, correct.
In our significant ages, right?
Big age, yes.
Then our children even more so. So the hard part of the conversation is having parents intentionally practice being a guide, as opposed to just say, sit the tablet here, go off and be great. That is not helpful. Yeah? So some of the things that parents can practice doing is to say to your children, for example, like after one episode of XYZ show, what did they talk about? And how do you feel about it?
Yeah.
To start to develop their critical thinking skills and also to help them to process their emotions.
Correct. Yeah. Or sometimes just walk past and say, hi.
Exactly.
What you looking at?
Yeah.
Let me see what you're looking at. What's that?
Exactly.
What's it about?
Who told you about this?
Who told you about this?
Simone, sometimes I watch like a lot of Law and Order SVU, for example.
Yeah.
And sometimes I binge watch it, and sometimes after maybe like a week, I feel different.
Yeah.
Because different emotions are being triggered. And like for preschool age children between like 3 and 5 years old, they have a lot of empathy. They're learning how to manage their empathy. So them watching a pig, for example, get like bullied or picked on or something else, it also triggers their own emotions and they don't have the skills yet
I want to tell you though that some of the children are binging on the same Law and Order SVU, like watching shows that are not age appropriate.
At all.
At all. So we know what the potential dangers are. They're exposed to information that is bigger than them.
Exactly. And then there's cyberbullying. You kind of touched on it earlier. Right. Especially for older children. And right now we have to just consider everybody being vulnerable to this, right? Cyberbullying is one thing, Simone. Especially for children who have what we call learning and thinking differences. We're talking about autism spectrum disorder, ADHD, etc. Those children they require greater supervision and greater monitoring and also more tailored content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Increase in suicidal ideation.
Yes.
Since the advent of this thing that has blown up, Instagram, people looking on and seeing people whose lives are perfect, and I feel so I remember Anne used to say to me, Mommy, why can't my hair look like hers? Or why can't, you know, we had to have that whole discussion about self-love and skin. And now she feels beautiful, and but it takes a lot of work again from the parents' end.
Exactly.
So what is your word to those gatekeepers today, Cam, as we wrap this interview, about how to make sure the kids are okay?
Yeah, take your role seriously, and remember that social media land or technology land should only be one small facet of a child's or an adolescent's experience. And parents, guardians, teachers, loved ones have to be that guide, tell them to make meaning even of some of the things that you're watching, especially culturally. Some things, especially like bullying, it tends to be different in like a North American space, which is where the bulk of our content comes from, unfortunately.
Right.
So we have to help them to make meaning of it, especially for themselves. What does it mean about me, if anything, and help to disabuse them of some of the things that could be harmful for them.
So the tool is useful, but like any other tool, you have to use it wisely.
Absolutely.
If you use the hammer mash your toe, then it's a problem.
Yeah. Get more board games in, get more puzzles, get more books.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Send them outside.
Yes, play with them outside as well.
Out the door. I mean, outside is a thing, man, for the kiddos. It should be. Thank you for sharing these tips.
My
Appreciate it. Kamala McWhinney, Associate Clinical Psychologist, with us this morning. All right, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a minute, but we've got News in 5, the update, right now.